Hi, Dyslexic Genius here, Brett Hurt. I finally got the motor all together in tuning the way I liked it, and it cranks. It starts in one crank. So if you take the crank here and go there, and it fires right up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the brake. On Triumphs, you will hear the springs kind of collapsing down when you crank up. Let's see if I can get some here. Till all the grease gets together. Now, previous videos I talked about flex honing and STP and all this stuff about the motor, and I'll go over that. On the spring barrel, the shaft that goes through, I polished that out. Where the shaft goes through the castings in the spring barrels, I flex toned those out. I flex toned where all the bearings go out, and I polished all the pinions out for smoother running. I used STP on the spring barrel shaft when I assembled it. I used super lube grease on the springs because I like that on these motors, especially these Triton motors. I used super lube oil for all the bearing ends here, this. And then you saw the video how I injected the felt, and that really keeps the flutters off your phonographs and keep that oiled. And it's really squishing out really nicely. The other thing I do is that I put STP on this gear. So this gear is spinning quickly. You'll see this. This is the high RPM gear. And you see how that's running. You can see the line running through there with the STP because I put that on this to do the brass gear back here. And then I do this gear also with STP so that it's running on this gear. And that's because the brass and the steel, they're going together like this, and you're getting a lot of wear. You get wear in these gears, those brass gears. You'll see, when you take them apart, you'll see a flat spot in the tooth. This one didn't have it, but that's because of non-oiling, and I'm using something to really make it slip through there when it's running. I put, on the spring barrel drive side here, I put green grease in here, and you can see how that's all smished out really well, and everything's running well. And this is what you really can do to a Triumph or any phonograph motor. If you take a little time, work hard at it, it'll run like this. You won't have to touch this motor for a long time. You probably have to oil it maybe in a year. You know, I love this hobby. I love pointing these things out to you, and that's my tip for the day.